Hi everyone, Ella and Jenny Watkins here, and this is a canvas that I've been carrying around with me for a lot of years. I found a marker, a note on the back yesterday um, that says it was started for the first time in 1994. That was the year after I left art school that I had started my first business. What's interesting to me and what I want to talk to you about this morning is about creating, and the act of creating, and coming back to something again and again and again, even when we push up against the resistance that we may have. So as creators, we create. But the thing about creation is that it starts from nothing and it ends up being something. So that act in between these two spaces is really powerful, and it by nature is change. And change, it fascinates me, actually. I've done quite a bit of reading about it and some studying about it, and I end up talking about it a lot. Because when we can understand this process of change, we can understand how we respond to it, where we bump up against resistance to it, and then we can develop strategies to overcome it. And I have been bumping up against change now, well, for a long time, but recently in the last few months. And I noticed this pattern in myself where I do this big project and big expansion, and then I retract and I pull my energy back and I stop. I basically start hiding. And I know enough about energy to know in science that like attracts like, resistance begets resistance. And in order to achieve the things that I want to achieve in my life and be able to create the visions I have in my head about the way I want to live my life, and frankly, the projects I want to put out into the world, I need to create a pattern of consistency and a structure of creating and consistency over and over and over again. And this particular canvas, I'll show it to you again, it's pretty interesting. I never felt like it was finished ever. It has some interesting items in it. But today we're going to let it go. It's time to let it go. It's time to take nothing and create something. I have a vision for a series of color bursts and a series of explosions that we have. And this is also important because we need more beauty and love in the world, first and foremost. And I believe that is why I'm called to create. I also believe I am called to share the very internal processes I go through in order to put it out there, because I believe lots of us go through some of these same things, whether we're creators or not, and we learn from those around us. So today I'm going to cover this up, and I'm going to start over, and I'm going to put this series of explosions into the world. And the explosions are important in this nothing to something because I've created them my whole art career, all the way from art school. And I used to doodle them back in junior high. So this has been a language an icon in my language for forever. However, for a long time, I thought they were too simple. And I thought that, well, I created one, why should I create more? You can't create too many of those. You need to create other things. What I've really come to realize in the last year and really in the last couple of months since before the holidays was that it's actually okay to create a body of work with a symbol, with an icon that has iterations and reverberations is the word coming to mind. So I'm committing to creating a body of work of these explosions because first I see it in my head. And for me, I know if there's something that keeps coming back that I just have to do it because it's like it'll keep knocking on my door. It's almost like I have to do it or it'll drive me crazy. So that's the first part. The second part of the reason why I know I need to do it is to create this consistency. And I'm not quite sure why that is important to these, but it is. Somehow there's a deep knowing that there's this connection here, and I'll figure that out along the way. It'll probably be some lesson I share. And then the next part of this is back to the beauty and love. These color explosions bring an energy into the space where they are. And in today's world, we need more beauty and love. And I create these not because I don't see the darkness and the chaos and know that that's happening, but because I do see the chaos. And while some people are meant to be here to bring that chaos forward so it can heal, I believe I'm meant to be part of the vibration that then helps the healing. So I'm going to focus on that for a while. And I'm going to continue to work on and to release the fear of showing up as myself and the fear that I've carried that no one will want to hear and see and accept and buy what I have to give of myself. And I'm going to continue receiving and expanding, moving into this space and being in this space. And creating these color bursts are part of the expansion. So I'll share pictures along the way. Take a good look. Last time. Bye-bye. I've got the gesso here, and I'm actually not going to put it on while we talk because I do want to take one last picture of this as the starting point for where we are. So I will see you on the other side of the beginning. Bye, everyone. Ellen Jenny Watkins. See you.